It's not your imagination. No, you're not black American. You wonder why they call you Jamaican when you're above all the other nations. It's not your imagination. No, you're not a Haitian. You wonder why they call you Puerto Rican when you're above all the other nations. It's not your imagination. They just wanna keep us down. They don't wanna see us with the crown. You don't want it, then the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground, yeah. They keep us low-key, red that and no see. It's more to you than them dreads and them gold teeth. I never cut my beard, forget a gold teeth. Guard your spirit like a goalie.
Where the truth speaks. That's right.
No place I'd rather be, y'all.
To my left,
Captain Severus.
to my right,
Officer Azaniah.
and to my far right.
Officer Lyell.
All right, let's get into it. We ain't got much time. Let's go to the article. Trump out here telling people to overthrow his own government. Let's get into it. Trump crazy as hell, y'all. I'm telling you that right now. Read that for us, officer.
Thousands of Americans answered Trump's call to liberate states from governors.
Come on now.
To eliminate states from governors' stringent coronavirus lockdowns with mass protests.
Trump is telling them, he's telling the American people to overthrow his own governors.
Right.
Man, I'll tell you, don't get no. That's what Trump ain't no president, man.
Not at all.
He's a businessman they put in the White House.
I was just thinking about that. Driving here, that's all he is. Even his lingo, you're fired. He's just business. That's it.
Hey, that's what Trump got famous over. You're fired. Dang. And bankrupt. He got famous from you're fired and bankruptcy.
Yep.
That was it. Go back to it. Let's read that.
As Floridians flood beaches the minute they are partially reopened.
Let's read the bullet points down there. Let's see what they talking about.
Bullet number one,
right there.
Protests encouraged by President Trump were held in at least 4 cities in the United States on Friday.
Now, somebody gonna have to do. You know how when I don't know if y'all watch it. Trump he lies so much. They got like a fact checker live while he holds his press conference because he lies so much. We got to get a fact checker to see in the history of Babylon the Great. Has there ever been a president to tell the people to rebel against the own government?
Bring it out.
A president that tells the people to rebel against their own government. That's amazing. Hey, let's go back to it.
Amazing.
Point number one, around 100 demonstrators gathered in Huntington Beach, California, demanding an end to the lockdown. In Orlando, Florida, several dozen protesters held Trump banners.
Let's guess Captain Kibosh, Captain OZ, Captain Taza.
Orlando.
Y'all bet not have been out there in that protest.
I'm telling you, man.
We're going to write you up. Let's go back to it.
Several dozen protesters held Trump banners and urged governor to reopen Florida. In Frankfort, Kentucky, a caravan style.
I'm from Jerusalem, just to let y'all know that.
Louisville.
I'm nowhere near Frankfurt, though. Let's go.
A caravan-style protest was held as motorists drove around the state capitol. Several hundred protesters gathered outside Minnesota governor's residence in St. Paul on Friday.
They showed up to his house. To his house, dog. You don't show up to nobody's house. You know, blowing they horns and yelling. You couldn't have been a black governor. What is that, Minnesota? I know they ain't got a black governor. Black governor would have came outside holding his hand up under his shirt like, y'all best to leave from brown hair. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to leave or it's going down. Going down, get. Let's go back to it. Read that.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee slammed Trump's calls to liberate states as unhinged rantings.
Let's see if they got, let's scroll down. Let's see if they got anything on that article. Let's read that.
President Donald Trump urged supporters to liberate 3 states led by Democratic governors Friday.
Oh man, this dude is crazy, man.
Unbelievable, man. I never heard that in my life. So you have someone, the chief.
He's
telling the people rebel against his main officers.
He's the HEIC, the head Edomite in charge. Go ahead. What were you saying, Ken?
No, I'm baffled right now.
Go back
I'm
to
telling
it.
you, man.
Liberate! Like this is damn the what they say back in the day. The British are coming. The British. Read that.
Apparently encouraging the growing protests against the stay-at-home restrictions aimed at stopping the coronavirus.
Man, the crazy thing about this is, man, it's been literally 2.5, 3 weeks. That's it. Fix us up back there, man.
3 to 4 weeks.
That's about it. That's about it. 3 to 4 weeks. They talk about liberators. Let's go back to the article. Let's read that, officer. Go back to that.
A day after laying out a roadmap to gradually reopen the crippled economy,
yeah, go ahead.
Trump took to Twitter with the kind of rhetoric some of his supporters have used in demanding the lifting of the orders that have thrown millions of Americans out of work. Liberate Minnesota, liberate Michigan, liberate Virginia, he said in a tweet storm, in which he also lashed out at a New York governor, Andrew Cuomo, for criticizing the federal response.
Now look at this. Look at that picture right there. That's them. Go back to it, y'all. Look, that picture right there. Look at that. That's in front of the Minnesota governor's house.
In front of his house?
That's his house.
Damn.
Nah, you ain't showing up on my front probably like that.
That's white privilege right there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep, you're
White
exactly
privilege.
right. Yeah, you could have did, man. They would have. If that was black folk, man, they would have. Go back, pull that picture up, man. If that was black folk, they would have damn gassed the place. Had rubber bullets.
Yep. Tear gas everywhere.
Tased. Dogs. You would have seen 1969 all over again. 68. I think that's when they put the dogs in the water. They'd have put water hoses out on people. They ain't going to let that happen. That is white privilege right there on the dot.
It's like you would think it was 4th of July.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
There's Babylonian flags out there. Look at them.
Supporting a country.
Hey,
proud to be an American.
Go to the next article down here in Jacksonville. Show them what happened down here in Jacksonville.
Here we go.
Down here. Let's read that. Yeah, read that.
Florida beach is crowded within 30 minutes of reopening at 5 p.m.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. You would think that these white folk got put in captivity by Christ himself. The way they ran outside.
Wow.
Amazing. Jesus let us go from slavery. Hit the beach. That's not gonna happen, right? I'm telling you right now. That's a figment of every white person's imagination that they're gonna go to heaven and get to jump from cloud to cloud. Their little naked baby angels. That is an imagination of every Edomite on this earth. It is not going down like that. Hey, let's go back to it. Let's read that. Within 30 minutes. Read that.
Within 30 minutes of reopening at 5 p.m., despite state recording 1,413 new COVID-19 cases, its highest one-day increase since the pandemic crisis began.
Damn.
Look at this, man. So the day before they all hit the beach, the number of cases shot through the roof.
Damn.
And they still went out there. Go back to that. Go to that bullet. Let's read the bullet points.
Beaches in Jacksonville opened to the public at 5 p.m. on Friday, and beachgoers flooded the shore. Thousands of people were seen on the beach within 26 minutes. Of the beach
They
opening.
timed it. 26 minutes. Thousands of people.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this real talk. I've never seen so many people wanting to jog and exercise as I have now when they told them you got to stay in the house. Bring it on. Everybody want to be health crazed.
Yeah.
Everybody want to jog and walk.
I'm not gonna lie, I fell into that. I started taking I fell into that. I went to juicing, trying to do
there you
like
go.
shots to get my immune system right.
Man.
Hey, Officer Jarham talking. Me and Officer Jarham talking.
Oh, you throwing him under the bus too.
Hey man, hey, you
You
gonna have to go down
Americanized
with it.
Levite.
Hey man, Jared had me going down with me.
This brother up here ain't worked out in 17 years.
Hey, right after
17 years, and now all of a sudden the corona hit.
right after football, I gotta change my life around. I got my stomach here. Let me walk. I gotta change my life around.
You gotta change it around. Now, because of the Rona. Now, real time. I will say this. I took a walk with the wife. We do this sometimes. Okay.
We got the videos. We got the videos.
Yeah. We just now. I'm gonna tell you this. It's never been so hard to walk until this corona came out.
Why you say that?
Hey man, help fix the things, man. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
It's never been so hard to walk since the corona came out. You walking on, you know how you used to walk on the sidewalk and you just walk right past the person. The other day, me and my wife was walking and the dude is next to us. He got a mask on. You know how long it takes to walk past somebody? Maybe a split second. The dude is walking past us about 10 feet in front of us. He starts doing this. He starts veering off to the far left.
Social distancing.
He did his social distancing.
There you go, man.
Hey, people are walking up towards me. They go left. I'm going right. Like, which way you gonna go? Which way you want to do the 6 feet? I'm like, it's never been so hard to walk with your wife until the corona came out.
Hey, it got so bad at my job. It's like, because I do computers or whatever it may be. I'm moving computers and I got this big crate. In front of me. So this little Edomite lady, she got all the way on the side. She didn't know which way I wanted to go. I'm like, because I'm just whatever. I don't care about this corona thing. Right. And next thing you know, I walked past that and do the 6 feet. She just walked. She just started screaming. She started doing all of that.
Hey, man.
And I looked at her, I'm like, really? And I just kept it going.
That's crazy, man. It's never been so hard to walk.
The corona turned people into different monsters.
And you got people down here in Florida, 26 minutes. Go back to the article, man. 26 minutes. Read the third bullet. Socially distanced.
Socially distanced activities such as walking and biking will be permitted, but sunbathing has been banned.
Sunbathing. They got to try to be brown as much as they can without actually being black. That's how they do it right there. Read that.
Republican Mayor Lenny Curry said this can be the beginning of the pathway back to normal life.
Or back to death.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Many slammed the decision with coronavirus cases still rising in the state, but others welcome the move.
Hey, go to Second Esdras. I'm going to show you something with all this protesting going around. This is amazing, man. That they willing to overthrow their own elected officials. They the ones. Check this out. They the ones that put them in office, and they ready to overthrow them because they told them stay in the house for 30 days.
You're depriving me of my God-given right.
Of my liberty.
Of my liberty.
Remember, Esau tired of dwelling in caves, man.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
Right?
Spent thousands of years in caves. No more.
Still in our rebirth.
No.
And that mind, they free from, they liberated from those caves.
Yeah.
And then they'd be damned if they're going back. But we know the Most High is going to drive them right back.
That's right.
Hey, Cap, they just get tired of not living of the. They just tired of not enjoying the land that they stole.
No, this is what it is. They tired of having to live like black people. Say it, make it plain.
Bring it out.
You limited to where I can go.
Yeah.
You think I'm black? You try to treat me like a Negro? Overthrow the government. Read that script, man. Read that. Second Esdras 9.
You hit it on the head, Kev. That's exactly how
That's what it is. Read that.
Which verse?
1 through 3.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1.
Let you know in the days. Read that.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
God is visiting the world which he made with plagues and pestilence. He let you know, I'm around the corner. You better get your life right. This is for all you Israelites out there to see these signs and be like, I got to get it together before the Lord, he turn off my lights completely. And, and the age of repentance is over. The time of repentance is over for you. Read on.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes.
Now we see earthquakes. What they? Utah, Montana, Wyoming, wherever it was. Places where it don't normally hit earthquakes at. Read on.
And uproars of the people in the world.
What?
And uproars of the people in the world.
We see that uproars. When have we ever seen the president?
Bring it out.
telling the people to liberate.
Overthrow your own elected officials so you can get back out.
The hell is this?
Sin. That's the thing. They
And
wanna
seeing like we've been doing. And uproars of the people in the world. Verse 4.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
You know what he said? He's telling, you see this stuff happening? You gonna know that the Bible's a true book in the last days.
That's right.
You gonna know it, and we see it. And the thing is you know, the scripture talk about is gonna be like a woman in travail, right? So you see little bitty instances of the scriptures coming to life right before your eyes. These are signs to let you know, hey, wake up, repent.
Yeah, man.
It's on his way. Redemption's on his way. You better check yourself. Hey, go to the next article. Go to that next one. Look, now remember I told you to say be like black people, right? Look what they doing down here in St. Louis, man. Look what they doing. Play, if you can, I think read that, and then let's play the video.
I would rather die than to be a slave.
I would rather, now look at this. I told you.
Damn.
I told you.
Right on the head. There you go.
I gotta stay in the house. That's the equivalent of me being a black nigger slave.
Bring it out.
You telling me I can't go where I want to? You saying I'm a slave? You're saying I'm one of them. I'll overthrow you.
Damn.
I'll stand on the what they in Michigan last week we put out.
Right.
Yeah.
They stood on the
On the steps
of the state building with M16s
with guns in their hands.
Guns
Just like
in their hands.
I'm white. Now what? Do something.
I'll kill you if you think you gonna make me live like a black person. I can't go where I want to go.
Yeah, because with the curfews and everything as well, you telling them they need to be in the house.
Yeah.
And you know how Esau loves the barbecue, loves to mow their lawn, water their lawn at night. Hey! Don't tell me I need to be back in the house.
Hey, and that's the same thing they do to us
There you
now
go.
and did to us. We was on
right.
curfews. We couldn't be out when sundown. You couldn't be in certain areas. And still the same thing now. When the sun go down, they go out hunting. Yep, we got proof of that. We got articles on that. They've been hunting us. Pull it back up. Let's pull it back up.
It says, I would rather die than to be a slave. Demonstrators protest St. Louis County stay-at-home order.
Stay-at-home order is the equivalent of being a slave to them. Hey, let's play the video as soon as this ad run. Let's play that video and see what they saying out their mouth. Let's play that.
This afternoon, our Alexis Zotos is tracking that story live for us now. Alexis.
Well, Sam, things are quiet and calm here in Clayton right now outside of the St. Louis County building. But for over an hour, protesters gathered on the sidewalks as well as in their cars for what they called a drive-through protest.
Show me freedom, show me jobs. They got
There
jobs.
were about 3 dozen or so protesters on the sidewalks, many of them not practicing social distancing. Some of them were wearing masks, but several others were in their cars driving around Clayton saying the similar message that they want to see St. Louis County reopen the government and the county. They say these are the reasons why they say it's gone on too far.
The rest of us have a right to go out and earn a living. We have a right to go out and patronize all the retailers that are closing up because of them closing down the city. It's unacceptable.
You know, I'm ready to get out and go to a restaurant and visit people and help with the economy.
I would rather die.
Real quick, where's the police?
The hell is this?
Where's the police? Where's the water cannons?
Where's the social distancing?
No water cannons, no dogs barking, nothing. Because that's a violation right there.
Yeah.
They in no mask, no social distancing, nothing. So what's going on?
Hey, that's
White privilege?
That's white privilege. Exactly what you said.
That's the same thing Jake did on Easter. On Easter, when you saw
when they broke up the barbecue.
They broke up the whole party, but them, nah.
Bring it
white
out.
privilege.
They're protesting.
I'm glad the police broke up that wicked Easter party, but I know what you get there. Let's go back to it. Now run it back some if you can with her, and look what she says. Play that.
And visit people and help with the economy.
I would rather die than to be a slave.
Oh!
There you go.
That's it. You making me. Now look at this. She said, "You telling me where I gotta go? where I can go. You tell me what time I gotta be in. You telling me I can't go out. You gotta tell me I'm staying in the house. That's the equivalent of me being. So now she understands what it feels like to be black in America.
Damn.
White folk is ready to overthrow their government because they got a taste of what we've been going through for centuries here in Babylon.
Right.
And guess what though? Check this out. It's been 3 weeks.
You took the words right out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth. So that means we've been enduring this for over 400 years, but they can't endure this for 3 weeks. So the scriptures holds true in Genesis 25 where it says we're different people. We're a different breed.
Real quick. Let me put
Go
this
ahead,
clear.
Cap, man.
Give me Psalms 2 and 1.
Bring
Psalms
it
2
out,
and 1.
man. 3 weeks, you treat me like a slave.
Like a slave.
I feel like a Negro.
Esau's just crying.
Give
right
me
now.
justice or give me death. Give me liberty or give me death, said the slave master.
They got something coming when Christ comes.
You best believe it. Go ahead, Cap.
Go ahead, read that.
Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things?
That's always on the minds of the heathen. Vain things. The wicked of our people as well. They had the same mindset as they wicked oppressors. But read on.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder.
That's their continual thought. That's their continual thought. Oppression, oppression, oppression. Curfews. Let's segregate. Let's rob and steal from them. Let's pillage them. But when it happens to them, while they rage, read on, verse 4.
And cast away their cords from us.
Come on.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Shall what?
Shall laugh.
So the Most High is laughing right now.
Yeah.
He already set things in place for it to happen. So right now, the Most High is looking down and laughing. We should be laughing too, those who keep the commandments of God. Yeah. The Most High's plan eventually is taking place. That's what's happening.
Hey, now check this out. So they went out there and they protested and all of that, and the governor of Atlanta said, you know what? I ain't trying to get overthrown.
I heard that.
I'm gonna free the blackest state in America and let them Negroes catch it first. Go pull it up. Yeah. Let's pull it up and see what they talking about in Georgia. See what the governor's doing. Read that for us, officer.
Georgia leads the race to become America's #1 death destination.
That's exactly what it's gonna be. That's exactly what it's gonna be. Let's go down. Let's read that real quick. Let's read the third paragraph. Get straight to the point.
Kemp, a Republican and an ally of President Trump, just called for the reopening within days of his state's gyms.
Gyms? Who hoops all the time? Black folk. Go ahead.
Fitness centers, bowling alleys, body art studios,
tattoo parlors,
barbers, nail salons, cosmetologists, estheticians, beauty schools, massage therapists, theaters, private school clubs, and dining restaurants.
Who be in barbershops?
Bring it out.
Who's in nail salons? Who stay hooping in the gyms?
Right.
Who's in the tattoo parlors? This is Georgia now.
Yeah.
Who's in all of those places?
Who's in the clubs?
That's us.
Who's in the club? Private social club.
Social, right.
Yeah, it's a club.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's there? Black folk. Let's read the next article. Next paragraph. Read that.
He's doing this even though the state ranks near last in testing, even though it's not clear that COVID-19 cases are declining there. And even knowing.
Now look what he said. Read that.
We're probably going to have to see our cases continue to go up.
Now look at that. He know it's going to go up, a rise in cases. But you know what? Black lives are they willing to put those on the line?
Right.
They willing to put your life on the line. Everybody enjoy. They willing to put your life on the line for them to see if the case. See, this is an experiment. Let them go out first.
Bring it out.
And then we'll see if the cases rise. Then we'll know if we need to lock it back down.
We got
in Minnesota.
Minor adjustments with Atlanta.
So this is what it is. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what's going on because I meditated on this. You know what's going on? You remember what's been in the news when it comes to Corona the last few weeks? What have they been talking about when it comes to Corona? Who is it hitting?
Jake.
It's hitting black people, right?
Yeah.
White folk realized that it hit black people with underlying health conditions, and they said, to hell with them niggas. Open this stuff back up so we can get back to our way of living. That's what's happening. And the first place they said open up, Georgia. They found the white folk found out that it was hitting black people more than them in America. They said, to hell with them. Open it back up so we can get back to our way of living.
Amazing.
You gotta peep that, y'all. All of a sudden, everybody protesting 2 weeks straight. They be talking about black people dying at alarming rates. Next week after, white folks like, oh, let us go. Let us go. Let us go. It's the black people. It ain't got nothing to do with us because we don't care nothing about their life.
Dang. Cap, I got a script.
Bring it out, man.
Go to Psalm chapter 10 and verse 8.
Psalms chapter 10 and verse
Read
8.
verse 6 about the governor to see where his mind is at, because what the governor is worrying about is his position, right? Read.
Psalms chapter 10 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
So this dude is just worried about his position. So even if he got to drop a couple dead bodies, he said, in my mind, I'm not going to lose my position. Read.
For I shall never be in adversity.
And I'm not going to be dealing with me losing my position, me losing my position as a governor. Jump down to verse 8.
Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
Read.
In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Read.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
And that's what you see in that article. His eyes are privily set against the poor, because what he's really trying to do when they're protesting, they're trying to hit the poor and destroy the poor. They're trying to make us, they trying to make, our numbers no more.
Yeah, they don't care, man. I saw a meme online that said, sacrifice the weak and reopen.
There you go.
That's what it says.
There
Sacrifice the weak and reopen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, go to the Open the Economy article real quick. So they realized it was hitting black people, and white folks said, man, let us go. We don't give a damn if these black people die or not.
Right.
They never cared about our lives at all. Hey, go to that Open the Economy article. Yeah, let's read that real quick.
Open the economy is the new White Lives Matter.
That's heavy. That's a heavy statement. Go ahead. They got Trump. Look, go up some. Look at that. Give me what?
Go back down to that.
Yeah, go down a little bit right there.
Give me liberty or give me death.
A slave owner. That's his quote. Go ahead. Read that real quick.
What is America? Is it a plot of dirt littered with the discarded bones of those who stood in the way of white manifest destiny? Or is it a constitution? Is it an assemblage of huddled masses yearning to breathe free? Or is it simply a series of borders on a map? Is it the idea of liberty and justice even a real thing? Or is it an apparition that only white people can see?
Go down. Let's go to the next part. Yeah, read that.
If you're black, these are not the rhetorical questions in the real America. Rhetoric, liberty, and justice are concepts afforded to the people whose birthright and skin color give them the freedom to contemplate theoretical abstractions. The rest of us are simply speed bumps and potholes.
We just speed bumps.
Along the
Hold on. We just speed bumps. Go to Isaiah 51. Let's show you. Let's show you that in the scriptures. It says we are just, our lives is just speed bumps in the way, slowing them down to go to a restaurant. Isaiah 51. And let's read verse 23.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul,
Which say to our soul, meaning your life, read on,
bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street,
as a speed bump, read on,
to them that went over.
white folk in America.
That's a cold precept.
I'm telling you.
We don't mean nothing to them. We just stepping stones. That's why they willing to sacrifice our life with nail salon. You can't even keep social distances at a nail salon.
That's a
A barber shop, you can't do that. Massage parlors, and then you choose Georgia, and we know damn well all the black people in Georgia live in Atlanta or around the corner from it. You know?
And when it's talking about speed bumps as well, like when you got to think about it, when they open up the majority black state, they trying to see how the corona and how the epidemic affect us first before they start opening it up to all these Edomites to see what the numbers are.
Hey,
could I take this number?
Go to Psalm 73. Psalm 73, and I want to read verse 5. And let's just read it. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 5.
Bring it out. Speed bump. Read that.
They are not in trouble as other men.
That's why they can protest like that. And you come on now, just real talk. You know we can't do nothing like that. They not in trouble as other men. Read on.
Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them.
What does?
Pride compasseth them.
This is for all you Negroes and niggettes out there that still believe in that doctrine that the Arabians are Esau.
Right.
Esau, what they call him? Esau ain't no damn Arabs out there protesting their government to let them out.
Right.
They in the house somewhere right now.
There you go.
The only people that is full of pride that's gonna tell their own government, you can't tell me to stay in the house, is Edomites.
Yeah.
Bring it out. Did the Chinese do it?
No, they ain't doing that.
I haven't seen.
They stayed their ass in the house. If you got social media, you saw the video circulating in East India when they caught people outside. They beat them with a stick.
Listening to they.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the pride of Esau, nah, I'm good.
Read that verse 6 again.
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yep.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
They got more than they even need. You know why? Because the script says they take everything. Look at this. White folk can stay in the house for months and not have to come out. When you go to the damn store, ain't no toilet paper, ain't no daggone hand sanitizer, ain't no damn water, ain't no damn one limit paper towel. You know why? Because white folk done took all of it.
Ain't no more bullets.
Ain't no guns.
Remember? Yeah, you remember what the scripture said about Obadiah? If thief comes in, they basically take every single last thing.
They eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. Go ahead, Cap.
Remember last week, they were protesting for what? For fertilizer.
Yeah. For paint.
Fertilizer. Come on. You got people who's really in distress protesting for what? Food, canned foods, things like that. Yeah. But you protesting for fertilizer?
For paint. That dude wanted to go to a restaurant.
No.
He couldn't go to damn Cracker Barrel, and he's ready to overthrow his government. You know white folk go to Cracker Barrel. You know they love Cracker Barrel. Only time black folk go Cracker Barrel is after they go to the damn Sunday church.
That's crazy.
And they won't feel like they are part of this nation, so they go Cracker Barrel.
You know how prideful Esau is?
The script says it. It says they are full of pride, can pass them as a chain. Read verse 8.
Verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Walk through the earth, that means whatever they say, it goes throughout the earth. Trump said that one thing, liberate, and then all over America, everybody wants to overthrow their own elected officials.
Bring it out.
I want y'all to remember, they want to overthrow their own government because they feel like slaves after 3 weeks.
3 weeks, y'all.
3 weeks. Hey, and check this out. Remember let's talk about pride? I know y'all been hearing about this, the high school students, right?
Bring it out.
That made a Negro in the
Oh man, I seen that.
The two high school students. Y'all know about that?
Man.
Pull it up, man. This is going into their pride.
Oh man,
read that.
Yeah.
Oh,
teen suspended over TikTok blames racist boyfriend.
TikTok
begs people to stop notifying her prospective colleague.
Read that up under it. What is
I
that?
believe blacks are human too.
What the hell? Why would I even come out your mouth?
Hell, she believes it. Come on. Remember now, they think we lower than life. Remember, a dog has more value than us.
You're right.
In their eyes.
Right. I believe blacks are humans too.
Yeah.
She believe it now.
I'm gonna translate. They possibly could be. Right. Possibly could be human too.
Yeah.
That's their thought.
Yep. Go ahead. Go back to that. Read that part.
I believe blacks are human too, says the teen, who is begging people to stop sharing the video and calls the backlash not fair.
Go to the video. Let's see if we can play the video real quick before we hit commercial break. Go down, scroll down. It's down there. Nope, keep going. You'll see it. Keep going, keep going. Come on, y'all. What y'all doing? Keep going. Oh, okay. All right. It says it's lagging. Corona slowed down the.
She's just very sorry that she ended up getting caught.
That's all
That's the reason you notifying you. Basically, in order for you to post that video, that means in order for you to even post that video, that means you got to see nothing wrong with that in the first place. You think, this is gonna be funny.
Somebody said the caucasity. You right, foul H. The caucasity of her to make a Negro in the sink and then ask everybody to stop notifying her college so she could go on to get a degree and make 10 times more than black people with a damn liberal arts degree.
Right.
And oppress your ass.
Black man got a damn engineering degree. She got a liberal arts degree. She'll get the job before him. She'll just dye her blonde and go in and.
She crying because please don't hinder me for eventually being your boss.
Right.
That's what she.
You gonna cause me to live like y'all if y'all keep talking like this, and I can't live like Dick Rose. Are we ready for it? Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next. Go to the little picture there. What she quoted. I want to show y'all what she quoted. Let's see what she quoted. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll just read it from my phone here. All right, then. We good? Okay. Pull it up. Read that.
I want to apologize for the abhorrent video I posted. She began the Instagram story. She went on to blame her racist actions on Hume,
which is her boyfriend,
whom she said slowly normalized his racism.
Whatever.
With her, I believe blacks are human too, made in the image of Christ.
Hold on. She said what?
I believe blacks are human too, made in the image of Christ.
Oh, how she don't know how much she's right. She don't know how much she's right that we are made in the image of Christ.
That's right.
And you know what we gonna do? We gonna get that image. Let's get it.
That's right.
Let's get it. Let's remind all the Negropeans that went out there protesting with the white folks to give me liberty or give me death. We will remind you what your Savior looked like. Read that, Revelation 1, and let's go to verse 13.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Like what?
White like wool.
Daniel 7 and 9. For all those Christian apologetics out there, and all those Creflo Dollars and T.D. Jakes, High Tithe. What's that other dude's name that he made?
Kenneth
Copeland?
Copeland, yeah.
That blew his breath on Corona. COVID-19. COVID-19. Read that in Daniel 7 and 9 to show you it's talking about his hair.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
That's God. That's Jesus' daddy for y'all that don't know. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head.
The hair on God's head.
Like the pure wool.
The what?
Pure wool.
And Jesus said, I look just like my Father. Go back to Revelation.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet
like his what?
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So she is right. Through her racism, the truth has been revealed to her.
That's right.
Black folk do look like Jesus. You right. Just like him and just like his father. And guess what? He coming back to put all you racist Edomites in.
That's right.
Not just racist. Let me rephrase my words. Excuse me, Israel. I was out the spirit. It was out the spirit. I said racist. Like it ain't all. Give me Jeremiah.
Bring it out.
Go to Jeremiah. Just in case somebody will think, see, that's why, see, Jesus came to condemn those that hate us, but those that agree with us, they have a place in the kingdom with the Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devoured thee,
all they that devoured us is every one of those that brought us off the ship, and those descendants are still living today. They devour us. Read on.
Shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Read that part again.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
So it ain't just the ones that don't like you, it's the ones that do like you too. Right. It's the ones that you black women and you black men that you married to, they going into captivity too. You married a Fung Wong Chong, she's going into captivity too. You married to Hashbala Halaha, he's going into captivity too. You're married to John or Becky, they going into captivity too.
Let's prove that real quick.
Right out.
Go to Isaiah 13.
Oh,
come on now.
Go.
Isaiah 13 now, verse 14.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people.
Own people, come on.
And flee every one into his own land.
Come on.
Every one that is found shall be thrust through.
Come on.
And everyone that is joined unto them.
Let's see, read that part again now.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Serena Williams, read it again.
And everyone that is joined unto them.
Stacey Dash, let's go.
Bring
it out. Read it again.
And everyone that is joined unto them.
All those black actors that's still married to all Edomites.
Yeah.
Bring it out. Every one of them.
Hey, Cap, I'm going to take it to this one. Everyone that's joined to them, you Democrats and you Republican black folks, you join to them white folks. You join to it because that politics is the white man's religion. Hey, your ass is going up in smoke too if you don't repent.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.